you have to do whatever made you happy, because whatever made you happy is gonna bring you to where I am right now, which is something that I really love.
Today's adventure starts here.
It does.
And we'll probably mostly be here.
Yeah.
In the Mexico Pavilion at Epcot.
Got a few things planned.
Yes.
So the first thing that we're going to do...
Load up on carbs.
I think we did that. We stopped and got a pretzel on the way in.
Yeah, we got a pretzel. We had a pretty good breakfast because...
We're going to do the Cava Tequila Experience.
Yes.
So I'm super excited.
Yeah, and we're big fans of...
Tequila?
Well,
No,
tequila. Yeah. No, I mean, I was going to say we are big fans of different drinks, you know, of the adult kind. So this one will be a little bit more heavier on that. So forewarning, because we are going to be doing the tequila experience. But yes, we are big fans of tequila, bourbons, and just not only the drinks themselves, but really the process that goes through it.
And that's what I was going to say, the cultural experience that this activity has to offer when it comes to the way they're presenting it. So that's I think what I'm really excited for.
Yeah, and I'm excited because right now you can't drink inside La Cava.
Yeah.
So that's a plus
you're doing
too.
This,
unless you're doing this. And it's going to be hosted, I don't know who's hosting ours, so we'll know that when we get in there. But it's, you know, some of the tequila ambassadors, which they come around La Cava every once in a while, and it's great to interact and talk with them when they are here. And I remember when La Cava first opened, they did some really cool presentations, so it's definitely nice that they have this happening. It is a
separate, ticketed, so to speak.
I wouldn't say ticket, it is an upcharge event, but it's only limited to your party, so you're not going to be with other parties as of the recording of this. That may change in the future.
So we've got that.
Yeah.
And then after that, we've got a late lunch planned at San Angel.
Yes.
Which we love. So I'm really, really happy about that. So that's kind of our day. And then I'm sure we'll do...
we'll see where it takes us. A nap, a siesta, I'm sure something.
We'll go on Grand Fiesta.
Well, absolutely.
But yeah, that's kind of what our day looks like. So let's go. Let's get started.
And what's great is that you check in for this experience, so you don't have to wait in line.
Yes, that's
either.
true.
So there's
Excited
a little
about that.
part too. So yeah, let's go.
All right.
I hope that you enjoy, because everything that I will speak today is going to be based on my own experience.
Awesome.
I will travel with you to Tequila, Mexico, through this beautiful mural. Most important, I am from Tequila. I am beautiful mural. After we understand how tequila is produced, we are going to go back and then we are going to enjoy the tequila tasting. It's time for us to open in the senses, but before, let's travel to my town. Okay. Specific person that is the Jimador. The Jimador uses this tool that is Coa. With this specific tool, he's going to cut all the leaves, leaving the agave free from the pencas. Because to produce tequila only within the center, that looks like a big mark.
Do you use the leaves for anything else?
For fertilizer, and on time ago they used to produce rocks.
Oh, okay.
And something that is very important to mention is that we obtain 10 liters per every single agave.
10 liters?
Yes. Because represents the first tequila shot that the people in Mexico use with tequila. If you see another person with a horn, represents the knowledge in tequila.
Oh, cool.
It's time for us to open our senses. Remember that a tequila tasting is a personal perception, personal experience. Before to start with this, every time that I have a tequila tasting, in my personal perception, I always perceive how is the agave, or agave is right there when I smell it, when I taste it, because I grew up in Tequila, Mexico. But what about you? We noticed that if we put a little bit of tequila in your hand and let it dry for a little bit, I will introduce the agave aroma right now. Oh, what you are going to perceive comes from this beautiful plant.
Who needs hand sanitizer?
Yes. we are going to put it in your hand and do this. Let it dry. Yes.
I was like, I hope we're not. Tastes like.
Don't lick it?
Don't lick
Don't
it.
lick it. Now, one person can perceive at least 30 different aromas. And every aroma that you are going to perceive is going to be based on your own experience. It's all about in your memory. If I mention, could you please think about caramel, and I smell caramel, but if you don't realize or you don't recognize the aroma of caramel, you're never going to be able to perceive. It's all about in your personal experience. That's why I love this, because you have the freedom to perceive whatever you want, whatever you see here. We have 5 different tequilas. These tequilas come from one specific agave, which is blue, the scientific name, the only plant that we are using for the tequila production. The first tequila that we are going to enjoy is called Ancestral. It's very important to read the label before you have a tequila. With the label or noticing the information, it's very important we can able to know everything about this beautiful brand. What is Ancestral? Ancestral, I can say that it's fashion, which means that this tequila has the process like the old process, like the old fashioned. This tequila will be a little bit smoky. The reason is because the cooking process were under the ground where the blue agaves touched the fire for a while, for like 3 days. Imagine that they put blue agaves and the stones and the fire, they cover the ovens with clay. After like 3 days, open the ovens and it's going to be smoky because of that. It's time for us to taste it.
Right.
We have different techniques, not doing it yet. The one that I like and is very enjoyable because we are doing a tequila tasting is the proper way to taste it. It's going to be having a little sip and then wait for a second in your palate. If you can move the tequila side to the other side will be better and then swallow. But the key in here is to breathe out. Sounds like super difficult, but it's super easy. May I do it first?
Yeah.
I love my job. It's going to be citrus.
I get it a little bit.
What about the center?
Okay.
Be careful because it's strong.
You have to know the alcohol.
Yeah.
If you open your mouth a little bit, you can be able to.
The taste, the smokiness isn't as strong in the center.
Right.
Immediately.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
But what about if we smell on the other side of the glass? It's sweeter.
Yeah.
And then breathe out. I'm sorry, swallow and breathe out. It's going to be a spice in the middle of your tongue. Yeah. It's going to be smoky. At least here. But
Smokiness isn't as bad as I thought it was.
No, I was going to say this one for being Blanco, because we usually don't do a whole lot of Blanco tequilas.
No, and let me tell you, remember that this is just very unique. It's not like all of these blancos that we have, because this is a smoky, because it's ancestral process.
Second sip usually changes.
Right.
Did you do it? Let's do it.
No, I haven't done it yet. Yes. I'm ready. I'll do it.
Alrighty.
Now it's time for us just to perceive different characteristics.
Wow.
It's not as spicy at all.
It's smooth.
Smooth. Very smooth.
Yeah, very smooth.
Why? Because now the palate is open. It's weird.
It tastes totally, like it tastes like a completely different tequila.
It's magic.
It's magic, yeah.
So you have the first one, which is a Blanco that we typically don't drink a whole lot at home, but
It's a very interesting process, and I really like it.
yeah, the second sip,
Yeah.
totally different.
I
We're
didn't
here.
expect it to change so much from first sip to second sip either.
Yeah.
It's also 100% of agave, reposado means rested from 2 months to 1 year. Forget about lime, citrus, and smoky, and think about caramel and vanilla and cinnamon. For that specific example, we have a cinnamon stick that we can use for us to smell it, and think about that. It's so strong, it's just like very milky.
You're right, I get orange.
Orange on
I get
the
a lot
front.
of orange, yeah.
The middle's more of the alcohol.
Yeah.
smell.
Yep.
It's very complex. It's
Yeah.
like velvet. This tequila was produced with Blanco and Extra Edge, 2 tequilas in one. And also they add the filtration process to remove the color, leaving this beautiful color, but with a very unique and specific profile. Hold your glass. When I try this tequila, and I don't know that it's Dragones, as soon as I smell it, I recognize it because it has a very unique profile.
Oh.
Let's hold the glass and let's perceive this beautiful color. Remember, it was filtrated by using charcoal for it. And then I do see the tears and legs. Yeah. Grasshoppers, and then mezcal, and then orange.
Okay.
It's gonna be the orange.
Wait. Okay, so you eat a grasshopper, you drink the mezcal, and then you bite the orange is what you're saying?
Yes.
I'm gonna film one and then I'll do it. I want to see this happen.
Okay, you can do it. Grasshoppers, let's eat it.
Oh, my God.
It is actually really good.
The grasshoppers are tastier.
And then don't forget the orange to enhance
That's
the
not as
flavor.
smoky as I thought that I've had before.
But it has smoke in it.
All right, grasshopper.
Cheers. Kind of tastes like the earth.
Pork rind.
Do I swallow it?
Yes.
I'm having a hard time swallowing it.
Very great. It was actually it's enjoyable.
Not bad. Enjoyable.
I think I
Your
still have
grasshoppers
some in
were
my
good?
teeth.
You have a leg in there? You got a leg
You
stuck?
have a leg.
Oh, that's
Now, certified by Hilda. I hope that,
We get our horn now?
no horn, but you can have a Timon margarita.
Oh, it's mine.
So you're able to try the new margarita that just
Yeah,
came
the
out.
Alebrija?
Yeah.
So,
It's
No, it's not
Passion
smoky at
fruit?
all.
I think so, yeah.
I know,
It
right?
smells really good.
Arriba.
Abajo,
Abajo.
al centro, para adentro. Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers. Clink, clink.
Oh, that's nice.
The experience is now over. We had an amazing time with Hilda. We're able to try a couple of different tequilas, so you do get a top shelf margarita when you come in, and at the end you get a margarita of your choosing. The problem is we only have about 5 minutes till we have to get out of here, and
now it's
because we
power
were doing
hour.
the tasting elegantly, we're taking in the flavors and the aromas. We have a little bit of each to finish before we get out of here, so I hope we make it out after this. We'll see. Oh my goodness. So awesome.
It was really
This
good.
this ranks as like one of my top favorite birthday gifts. I know it was just like a tasting event.
It
but
was so much more than that, actually.
It was so much more that it,
You learned so much about tequila and the process and the experience, and our ambassador, what was
Yeah.
it? Was it
Yeah, Hilda.
She was amazing.
It- yeah,
I mean, just
and-
the knowledge that you get from this experience. I didn't expect that. I mean, I knew we were going to learn some things, but I didn't expect to learn everything that we
Right.
learned, and just how wonderful the experience was going to be.
yes, and Hilda's been there since day one. So if you guys
Yes.
been to La Cava, you know Hilda, you know Humberto. They both put on this experience, but that's exactly what it was. It was an experience.
It really was.
just not a, hey, here's some
Let's
tequila,
go pay
try
some
it.
money to get drunk. No,
Right.
nothing
no,
like that.
no,
at all.
no,
I
no.
mean,
We actually
nothing.
we had a hard time actually finishing all of our samples.
Yeah.
We had to be reminded at the end from Alejandro, hey, you guys got to wrap it up because
Yeah.
we got another one coming through.
So
It was
it's-
so awesome.
It was. So it's supposed to be about a 45-minute experience.
Ours was
and
a little bit longer.
It was a little bit longer. We won't tell you everything that happens because you really have to come experience it. If you were
Yeah.
even remotely interested in tequila or just that experience and that process, please do the store. Message us if you're interested in learning about what the pricing is. It's on the pricier side,
It is a little pricier, but
it's actually well worth it. And if you can see from
Right.
my bluing face, you
Yes.
get a free drink. Well, you get a couple free
You
drinks
get a couple of free
included
drinks.
in your,
Right.
outside of the tequilas that you're tasting.
Right.
So
It's definitely worth it because you're getting the premium liqueurs.
Mm-hmm.
I know one of the tequilas we tasted was about a
Yes.
$500 bottle.
right. So you're definitely
It's
tasting
worth it.
top shelf,
Right.
100%
And-
agave. If you've ever done this, that'll mean something to you.
And what I'm most excited about is we might be doing this again.
Yeah,
Because-
so we learned that you can do this experience as many times as you want,
Right.
and it will not be the same. You just have to let
Right.
them know that hey, I've done this experience before, can you change up the tequila tastings?
Right, so they'll give you different...
Yeah,
different
and that's
ones.
so cool. That is really, really cool that they will do that for you. So,
Yeah. Well, let's get
go
some
have
lunch. All right, so we are sat at our table, and if you guys are interested, go ahead and scan this QR code for your menu. Oh no, what's wrong? You're a little blue still.
I know. So we were able to move up our lunch reservation just a little bit. The tasting went longer than what we expected, which actually worked out for our reservation.
No, that was really nice of them to
not be able
that.
to not have to leave the pavilion rather and be able to check in for our reservation probably 15-20 minutes early was really nice. So thank you to them for that. But we're at lunch. We're here sitting at Saint Angel, and the nice thing is, if you like the margaritas in La Cava, but you're having lunch here at Saint Angel, you can get the same margaritas there that you can, or here rather, that you can get there. So that's really nice that you don't have to kind of say, oh, I really wanted this special margarita that I got.
Right.
You know, and I'm gonna go wait in the La Cava line. No, you don't have to do that. If you're having lunch here, you can get it here,
Right.
and that, I
Same
think
thing
that's
with
pretty
the
cool.
The flights too, and they
Yeah.
have a couple of different flights, which is really nice.
And I'm pretty sure that the majority of the tequila selection that they have there, you could order something
Yeah, I
at
think
your
all
table
the
from
drinks
there,
are coming
so.
from over.
Right,
like a shared
exactly.
kind
So
of
if you
thing.
know that there's something there that you typically like and you want to get, I'm pretty sure that they could make that happen for you here. Now it's time for some of their wonderful chips and salsa. I don't know that it's going to compare to the amazing guac
the guac.
that we just had with our tequila tasting.
I know. I want to put it in my pockets and bring it with us.
It was so good. I mean, I love a good guac, and theirs is amazing. They have such good guac.
Well,
so.
you make just as good of a guac. So.
Well, thank you. I don't agree with that, but thank you.
And I will say the one thing, we talked about this when we ate at the San Angel La Hacienda, is they got rid of the other salsas. So right now they only have like the tomato-based salsa. They don't have
fine. It's really
like
good.
the smoky one. And then our table, we're not down on the river, but that's okay because we wanted to dine a little bit early. It is a quiet dinner, which the girls were really upset that they weren't be able to join us, but I mean, we'll be back. For sure we'll be back.
They were supposed to be with us until we decided to do the tequila tasting.
Right.
So then they went to Grandma's house.
Which they're not even thinking about us anymore.
They're not thinking about us, so it's totally fine. So we're going to have one of those few and far between quiet meals together, and I'm really excited because we love San Angel so much. So
Yeah, we do. Wait, you got another margarita? What are you doing here?
No. I don't know what you're looking at. You have to. You're at lunch.
Yeah, no, our waiter.
Ignore the blue light in my face from the previous margarita that I still have to drink.
No, our waiter, he did. He's like, come on, what do you guys did the tasting. You have to get another drink, right? We're like, okay.
Hey. When in Mexico?
Right, so what'd you get? You got the...
I got the blood orange margarita.
Yeah, that's kind of our go-to.
Yeah,
here.
we've had that before. It's really delicious, so why not? They have a lot of great margarita. I don't think you can go wrong with any margarita choice that they have.
It's true.
You got the same thing.
I did, because I really enjoy this
Can't go wrong
one.
with it.
No, you can't go wrong with it.
And then we got the queso fundido. Which
guys,
we had
at... If you watched our video when we went to San Angel La Hacienda, which we'll post it somewhere up here. It was so good. So we wanted to see.
I don't know if this is a same, but we wanted to see. Okay, I'm gonna have to break it. It's actually okay.
Just as good. A little different.
It's a little different.
Oh, why?
This isn't quite as melty, which is probably why we got a longer pull. Flavor's amazing. I mean, can't go wrong with the flavor at all.
It does look like there's some chorizo on top and some onions, which I don't think the other one had onions on top.
No, but the flavor's really good, so I would definitely go with this. It's just a little thicker. The cheese is a little thicker this time.
Okay.
So that's where I would say the other one's probably slightly better, but the flavor's amazing. What you got there?
Tortillas. No, I got it with
food arrived. Yeah,
food arrived. So I got the mole, and the chef was really awesome. And
he actually came back and checked on us immediately after the food came out.
Yeah, because I do have a little bit of a dietary restriction, so there's no additional sesame seeds or anything on top of it.
Yeah,
and that's usually my go-to at a lot of Mexican places to know how good it is by checking out their mole. It smells amazing. I can't wait.
It actually looks good. I mean, I'm not a huge mole fan. It's okay, but that looks really good.
It looks really good. And then you got the
I got the chicken enchiladas, which I love, and I kind of feel the same way. You can tell a lot about a Mexican restaurant by the enchiladas, and then it comes with a side of plantains. Okay, stop.
uh-oh.
You've got to try this salsa. It is really good. And I'm not a huge fan of smoky, like the chipotle sauces. Try it.
So one thing he did say, it does have like pepper seeds ground into it.
Because they were being so thoughtful about you.
That's one of the salsas they used to use here.
It's
That's
really good.
That's awesome. So yes, ask. Doesn't matter if it is a third party or like a Disney restaurant. You just have to ask. If they say no, you're in the same boat than you were before. How'd you enjoy your meal?
The enchiladas were delicious. I mean, I always enjoy the enchiladas, but they were, the sauce was good. A decent sized portion, surprisingly. For sometimes with a sit down meal, you don't always get a good portion, and I feel like that was a pretty good portion for the enchiladas.
Yeah.
I think you got 4 or 5 plus the plantains,
wow.
So not a bad portion at all.
Yes.
And great flavor to everything.
An amazing day. So I'm sorry, it's a kind of a weird vlog just because we were here with friends.
Yeah.
So after
And we really just enjoyed our day.
it was an amazing day.
Yeah.
I mean, I do miss the girls, of course, and I know that they missed us. Maybe because they were at grandma's, but. No, I mean, we were really here to do the tequila or the Agave Experience at La Cava, and that was awesome, and then to grab lunch at San Angel, and that was amazing as well. So, what was your favorite?
What? What kind of question's that?
I know.
No, that tequila tasting experience, like we said, it went so much further than just having drinks of, sips of tequila.
Right.
It was an experience that we learned a lot, and it's definitely something we're going to take forward, and we're already talking about like the next time we want to come back, because
Yes, and that's going to be awesome, because if you do it again,
they'll give you a different experience.
Yeah. So, and you can request which tequila ambassador you want.
Yeah.
So,
which, if you do this, I recommend Hilda. I've heard they're all great.
Yeah.
But we personally love Hilda.
Yes.
So we can't recommend her enough.
Great. I had a great.
It was a really great day.
Great day. It was fun to just enjoy it with friends, because that was
a
different experience. We haven't done that in quite some time, and that was fun to do. The crowds weren't too bad,
and the weather was gorgeous.
The weather is still beautiful.
Yeah.
So it was overall
perfect.
Just a really perfect day.
Yeah.
Exactly. It was perfect. So thank you guys for watching.
Yeah.
If you're new here, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications, because we don't do this often, but we do. We'd love to bring you along. Remember, it's Great Big Beautiful Today. From Streamway. We'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.